Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Hear Our Voices, HOV. I hope you guys will follow us on Twitter and Instagram. You could definitely DM us on there anytime. It doesn't matter. Trust me, I'm always up. I don't need that much sleep, to be honest. So if you want to follow me on any platform, I'm also connected through there. K Did Davis. You can find me on YouTube, you can find me on Instagram, and you can find me on Twitter. So if you don't want to go through anything, other people will read it because other people do have the connections to get inside those things for my job. You could definitely DM me separately and I'll be able to help you there too. Don't be shy, I'm here to help. So today we have a special guest, another person who's in lived experience. She's actually in a shelter right now, but I'm not going to go too much into her story because that's what she's here for, to explain it to you and give you her point of view of what she's going through right now. Her name is Tina. Let's welcome Tina to the show. Hi, Tina.
Hi.
So tell me a little bit about your story. How did you end up in shelter? And we could start from there.
Okay. I had my twin sons, around December. Yeah, I had my twin sons, in December, almost 3 years ago. And, I was living in a church in Manhattan. But what actually, where I was living, it's just a temporary stay.
Okay.
Yeah. So after that, they refer me if I need help with housing or anything, and they refer me to PAT shelter system. Yeah, and that's where I went. They were trying to help, but the shelter system is tough though. The part where they keep finding you ineligible and stuff. It was kind of tough.
So walk me
Yeah.
through that process for you, because you said it's tough. In what way and how did you overcome the obstacles that they put before you?
Yeah, first of all, I had, like like two different addresses. So the problem was that it was just one address that had all these problems and stuff. The person couldn't pick up the phone, then all these issues. So because of it, they keep finding me ineligible and stuff like that. I have to go up and down every 10 days with the children. It was a little bit hard over there, that part where they keep finding me, ineligible.
I got it. Yeah, that part is very exhausting in some
Yeah, it
ways.
is. It is.
Now in Corona, they definitely have changed it. So because they don't want a lot of people in the building and such like that, they
Mm-hmm.
do the when you're fine and eligible, they do it through the phone, from what I understand. Um, so which is that's a good thing. I think it helps time with the family. Kids don't have to be out of school.
Mm-hmm.
It's much more better than you going up there every 10 days or 11, 14 days to see, oh, what do you need now? What so I think that's a much good process. So you said you
Yeah.
were in in a place in Manhattan first. Were you
Yeah, I
you
was.
go there
Yeah.
single first? That's why?
No, 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 no. Actually, let me explain you my story. I'll just, I'm not, it's a little bit long, but I'll just,
No, it's fine. We're
it's,
here to
yeah.
listen.
Oh, okay. Actually, I was working with families, as a living.
Okay.
Yeah. And, at the time, me and the kid's father, we're like in a relationship, and I got pregnant. I was shocked, I said, wow, I wasn't expecting
Wow.
to be pregnant. Yeah. I wasn't expecting to be pregnant, not right now. Yes, I was shocked when I found out. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be a mom. Okay. So the thing is that, when I was working with this family in Queens, I was working for them. I was like, uh, what's it called? I was like a nanny. Yeah, I was a nanny, taking care of the children
Yes.
because, yeah, their family goes to work and stuff. So I was the one, taking care of the children. Yeah. So after, I was trying to figure out, where to stay. But the kid's father at the time, he was living in the shelter himself, but he asked me to go in the shelter with him. I'm like, I'm working. I have to work. I can't go in the shelter with you. You know what? He's a whole different story. He's a lazy person, so just forget it. So that's why I didn't. That's why I didn't even go with him. The dude is lazy. He doesn't get to work. Oh my god. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. So I'm like, just forget it. This guy is something else. I'm tired. I tried and tried. Yeah. He doesn't want to grow up. So that's why I want, me and the kids went in the, so actually, so while I was living in Manhattan, it was a church. That was just a regular church. They've been helping moms and kids. So
Okay.
me and my twins, were living there for like 7 months or so. Yeah. And I was living with the sisters, they were like sisters. I'm not Catholic though, but I was just living there, for like 7 months.
Okay.
They've been helping, most moms. And then in Manhattan, Midwest. Yeah. So the thing is that after they asked me, oh, where do I want to stay? Like, where you going to stay and stuff. So they're recommending me the shelter system. I'm like, okay. Before going to the shelter, I was kind of scared. Right. Because I don't know how the shelter look like, and I never been there before. I'm like, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
What's going to happen? Is it like a gym or what? I don't know. I was thinking. Then I met with this lady, some young lady. She explained me, oh no, the shelter system, they do help. Everybody's gonna have their rooms. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna try it out then. Yeah. I never been there before. So I'm like, oh my God, how's it gonna look like? I was just thinking. Yeah. So yeah. Signing up in the shelter, me and my boys, they kept on finding us ineligible. Then they'll be like, I ended up in the shelter, I think around July 2019 or so.
Okay.
Yeah, July 2019. And they told me that, they were trying to, actually some caseworkers over there were nice. And some were nice though. They were trying to say, what keeps you finding, what keeps, oh God, what I'm sorry. They're like, oh, yeah, they said, oh, why you keep coming back here? What makes you find, ineligible all the time? I'm like, is this one address? That's the problem. Okay. It was a family. Yeah. I don't know. It was weird just because of one address. I don't know. That was just a problem. So they keep finding me, ineligible, and I hated that part. They say, oh, so if you're gonna be fined eligible January of 2020. I'm like, oh damn. So July to oh wow. That was a tough journey. Yeah, that was tough. Yeah. So they couldn't help me. I don't know. I wanted to go back and retry again. So I don't know.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
So where are you staying now?
Right now I live in my parents' house, and this place is tight. It's tight, and I have my stuff in the storage. That's crazy.
So you're not living in a shelter right now? I thought you lived in shelter.
Oh no, I was living. Not right now though.
Okay. So how long were you living in the shelter for?
For like July to December. I think it was for like 5 months or so.
Oh, at the church?
No, the church.
Actually, it passed.
Okay, hold on. Let me explain to you. The church was, was January till July. Okay. That was the church, shelter. Then Pat was July till December.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
When you were in there, how was the experience itself? Like, walk me through how, when you and your kids walked in, what some resources they gave you. Why did you come out? Why you just didn't stay there until they gave you what you needed to be on your feet? Because right now you're not living in your own apartment right now, right? You're living with other people.
No, yeah, I'm living with other people, not my own apartment. I would like to have my own apartment because I'm grown.
Right, like we all would at this point, right? So, so can you explain how it was for you in the shelter itself, the shelter system, and how was it for your kids, if you mind?
Yeah, actually, I was working part-time, because for the kids, they were little and I took them to the daycare. I was trying to find a 9-to-5 job, but it was kind of hard to find a 9-to-5 job. So I was doing part-time.
Okay.
And when they find me ineligible, they give me a resource that, oh, do you know anybody that you could stay with so they could, I don't know, they have this program also. They
I know what you mean, yeah. And they pay the rent for those people.
Yeah, and they paid the rent. Yeah, that's what they're trying to say. And they're going to give me a voucher or something. They say I qualify for this voucher, City Fabs or something like that. Because I was working part-time, yeah. I wasn't making too much money. It was just part-time, yeah. Oh, so they told me, oh, yeah, you do qualify for this, voucher, but you know anybody? Yeah, I'm like, no, I don't know anybody I could stay with, yeah.
Oh, wow. Did they give you any other options other than City Fabs and the other, I don't know the name of it, but But I know the program though, and they help pay your rent.
Is it the SOTA voucher, or
Oh,
that's what you're talking about?
yeah, they pay for the year though for SOTA vouchers, don't they?
I don't know about it. I heard somebody talking about it though. I'm not sure how that one works.
The SOTA is supposed to be like they pay rent for a year, and then after you have to pay the rent after that. That's how the SOTA voucher actually works.
Okay. Oh wow.
But you have to be in
Yes.
shelter to get those things. Well, they
Oh,
have
the
certain
SOTA?
steps one you don't need to be in a shelter for at all.
The city feds?
Yeah, they have most city FEPs when you have to be in a shelter, like DV. They have different versions of it. But if you want to stay like in an apartment, if you already have it, but you just couldn't afford the rent for right now, they have a voucher called City FEPs to stay. So they have that.
Okay.
Okay. So, what is your future plans that you plan to do right now to get yourself in a better situation?
The future? You know what? I have a lot going on. To be honest, I have to. Okay, I'm looking for a job. I'm trying my best to. I don't know. I'll try to. I don't know. Oh God, I have a lot going on. Well, I've signed up for all Section 8 and stuff like that. I'm not sure when the Section 8, this Section 8 will be coming. I don't know. I don't want to like rely on Section 8 like that. And I don't want to keep, living with my family like that, because I don't know. There's not enough space in this apartment. My kids are getting taller and they're sleeping in one pack and play. They're getting tall. They're not small anymore. Right. But they're gonna be 3 in December, yeah. And I don't know. It's kind of hard.
I got it.
Yeah.
But I understand though. Definitely, I don't know if you want to go back to shelter or how you want to do that, or go to HRA for certain helps.
Well, if something, to be honest, if the shelter would take me back, I'll definitely go. I have no problem. The reason why I haven't gone back because I'm scared that maybe they're not gonna take me back. That's why I never went back.
It's gonna be a bit of a push and pull with the shelter taking you back, but you should be able to go back, and you have to just get your family to write you a letter saying that they don't want you there anymore. But definitely. So you have to. One thing I could say, you have to advocate for yourself, and just talk like don't let them talk over you. Really ask questions and see what services you can get help with.
Okay, only if they're willing to take me back. That I have no problem because I wanted to go back even, but I was scared that maybe they're not gonna take me back. That's why I'm here like that.
Okay.
Yeah. I have the fear. I'm like, oh God, will this people take me back? That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm like, oh my God, I hope they take me back. That's what I'm saying here. If not, I'll definitely go. I mean, yeah. You know what happened why they couldn't help me? This is the mistake that I made. Like, this is my first time being in the shelter. I never been in the shelter, right? This is my mistake. I was in the shelter system with me and the boys, right? Me and my twin sons. I was there with them. So the mistake that I did, I left for 3 days and went to my family. Next thing you know, I went back to the shelter system. They asked me, oh, where were you for 3 days? I'm like, oh, I was with my mom. They say, oh, wait, so you do have a place to stay. Okay, so go. I'm like, oh my God, are you serious?
And you stayed out for too long. You can't stay out past curfew for a certain amount of days because you're considered like basically AWOL. So you don't really that means you don't need, if you could stay somewhere for those amount of days, that means you don't need their help. So they give you rules when you go in the shelter, you have to follow the rules that they give you. If not, they can kick you out.
Hi, it's Kate from the future editing here. I just want to say, guys, thank you for listening. I know this is a much more shorter podcast that you're used to, but I'm just going to add some more context and information to this podcast. If you ever find yourself in a not eligible for path, you could definitely do fair hearings. They definitely work for people. If you feel just aggravated, you don't want to do that like I did personally, just keep on going back and make them do your whole process over again. Before, I literally had to take off work to do it. Now I think it's a little bit more easier with COVID of how the system is, how the system does things right now. And it should be staying like that for the future from what they say. So that's a good thing that, people and myself have been working on for the system at Path and things like that. And even if the people in the shelter does not help you with certain resources, Google is your friend. You can Google a lot of stuff about what's available to people in shelter. And if you don't know how to do your FEPS application, for example, you can go to home bases. And I know people are going to say that a lot of time to get to home base is a lot of ring around. And now because of COVID, it's much more harder. Before COVID, you were able to just walk in there, get information, they give you an appointment to come back. With COVID, a lot of things have changed. And because so many people are in dire restraint, and because they have to let off people because they don't have the vaccine, it's been a lot of strain on the people. I know a lot of people call in and they want to get help, but it's just like being understaffed in like half of the city, it seems like, is going into shelter or coming out of shelter or just needs help in general, because they just don't work with people only in shelter. They work with people as a prevention kind of service. That's what they do. So that's not the only population they're working with. It can be hard for these agencies to help everybody that need the help, and stuff do fall through the cracks. I think a lot of city agencies that happen to, I don't think they don't mean for it to happen, but this just happens when you have a large volume of people who do need the help. So just take your time, be persistent, be annoying, really advocate for yourself to get these services for you. And if you need any other resources and stuff like that, we try to update certain things about Canberra, just different things that's happening on our Twitter feed. We have 2 more other platforms we're opening up soon, so look out for those platforms. I'm just not going to tell you what they are as yet, but they're going to be coming out. We have some other things coming out too. When they are, announced, you'll see them on Twitter and Instagram. So keep your eyes out on those things, and you'll definitely see our information down below of where to follow us. Just honestly, just never give up and try to make the system work for you. And I know the system seems like it's working against you, because a lot of times that's what it really is doing. But if you could just hang on a little bit longer, you can definitely get to use the stuff that they have out for people and things like that. So don't be discouraged, and keep your head up, and just do for your family that you know what needs to be done. If you're a person who wants to be interviewed for this podcast, definitely just DM us, or I don't know what you call Twitter, but Twitter us. I don't know. DM us the information, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. I'm usually always on it, so definitely do that. Okay, guys. See you next week on Wednesday, and thank you for coming. Bye.